Oh my goodness. So I don't. Oh no, I was gonna. No, it's in the title. I was gonna say surprise. But in Sarah's text, it didn't say Shyra. So some of the Sarah folks might be getting a little surprised today.
Surprise, yeah.
Surprise.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna turn you up a little bit. Okay. Can you hear okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Shyra and I are attempting to
We each have an AirPod.
I see.
How's it going, Sarah?
Oh, it's weird, but you know what? Okay, so I'm back. First of all, hello to everybody. Second of all, thank you to everybody for all the birthday wishes while I was away. Thank you so much. Like you guys and Sam, your message. Okay, stop making me cry. Really,
I love you very much.
So I'm back from vacation, and it's funny because when I think about all the times that I've gone on vacation in the past little couple of years, every time I come back from a break, Sam and I are together for that first live. It's just like kind of
that's true.
It's like this unspoken thing that happens, and it's like, okay, well, Sam and I hold hands when I get back into the water, like every time.
And that's so funny. It does always work out that way, doesn't it?
It does, and I love it because it takes so much pressure off me. I know that, okay, it's okay that I haven't done a live in a minute because I've got Sam with me. Sam's like my safety net, but also relaxes me, and it's like, okay, it's cool. It's cool. I got Sam here. I'm good to go. So yeah. It's
wait till you get to know Shyra more because she calms me down.
And Jessie calms me down. So it's a connection. It's a chain.
I love it. I love the circle. That's awesome.
So folks don't know, this is Shyra.
Hello, everyone.
She is a longtime member of the Sam's Bead Shop community, but also Sara Lovecraft community. I believe you're a hardwired. I could have sworn I saw your name pop in there. Am I making things up? I'm making things up. Well,
okay.
Well, I'll have to fix that then. Okay. So let's see. Oh, Kim says my
Zen vibes.
I've never got Zen vibes before. Namaste. Alrighty. So Shyra has been in the Sam's Bead Shop community since 2014, which is wild. And then we've only met in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Which is also crazy.
Because we are very close.
We live
forever.
Yeah, I've been picking up Shyra on the way to work the last couple weeks, and she lives 3 minutes from me. It's very convenient.
It's
that's awesome. I'm so
so we also all have July birthdays. And so that's the theme of today's stream is we've got the July bead box, which is Viva Magenta. We haven't looked at it together yet, which is crazy. It's a very Sara box.
It is a very Sara
box.
I
love it.
And it's also fitting for July birthdays because it's very ruby tone, and ruby is, of course, our birthstone for July.
Yep.
So I think Shyra's first birthdays.
Yes, I'm the oldest.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
I don't know. See, I don't know ages. I don't know these things. You could tell me.
Just a number.
It doesn't matter.
You guys can tell me any age.
I'm the oldest by month and day. I'm the 4th of July.
Oh, right. I don't know why this is not stuck in my head yet.
4th of July.
And then it's me, and then it's Sarah. I think Nilay's before Sarah.
And Ricky is before Nilay.
I always get you guys confused because for whatever reason, I always think that it's Nilay, me, then you, Sam, but that's not right.
I'm the 14th. Nilay is somewhere between me and you.
He's the day before you, Sarah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's the 14th, the 18th, and the 19th. And I don't know why I mess it up every year, but I do.
Right.
So,
and you still have my grandma's birthday.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do
every year.
Last year.
I'm stuck with that one.
I'm glad you hung on to that one.
It was a good one.
Jan says, we want a close-up of Shyra's necklace, please.
That's already posted in gym chat this morning.
Here, I zoom in a little bit.
Ooh.
I see some lovely wire work.
Mm.
So
It was
pretty.
all about color. So I've got rubies and I've got amazonite.
It's so pretty. It's so pretty.
It's your fault. I bought it all from you.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. So, Sarah, I would love to hear your thoughts on the July Viva Magenta box.
It's stunning. And I get to see things early. So I've been sitting on this one a while with no hints. I'm getting really good at staying tight-lipped about things. But it's really hard, especially when the boxes are so gorgeous. But I have a favorite, and oddly enough, it's the same style favorite as my favorite from last month's box too. Do you remember what my favorite was? Because I made a piece of jewelry out of it before we even did the live together.
You liked the labs last month, and we did the rainbow moonstone this month.
Yeah, and the rainbow moonstone makes me all types of happy.
I love you both. Mustache moonstone.
I love it so much. And I plan on making a bracelet like I did with the labs. I'm gonna make a bracelet out of this one too, because I don't know where you're getting these strands from. Wherever it is, you just keep on getting them because they're absolutely stunning. And I have a feeling that whatever gemstone you get in this strand in this shape is going to be amazing. So, like, do more of this because I'm all about it.
You're on the Gemmy train these days.
I am. I really, really am. Yeah. But I mean, I've got some other favorites in this box that I definitely want to talk about for sure. But overall, I feel like this box was absolutely stunning because you did pink in a way that's not like, it's not Pepto-Bismol bubblegum pink, but it's also not like electric, kind of hard to work with. You picked the pinks that are very easy to create and design with. And if anybody struggles with that, you also added extra elements to this to make it a little bit easier. So I feel like the pink that is here in this box is really kind of accessible to everybody. So kudos for putting it together the way that you did, because pink can be kind of scary to some designers.
It's a hard one. So we really started from the truest we could get to the Viva Magenta, which stems more closely from red.
Right.
So that's where I think why this box has had such appeal is because we started from that tone, that deeper magenta, almost towards burgundy at moments.
Yeah.
And then from there filled out our tones with a few brighter pinks and then some silvers and blacks just to make it a full palette of fun to play with.
Yeah. Well, I to let you know how much I love this box. Now, this is a big one for me, okay? Because I've had the same Christmas tree for 10 years, the same colors on my and this box, and I know it's July, but there was something about this box that kind of magical, kind of Christmas feel to it, and I was like, this would make the most beautiful Christmas tree colors ever. Because like you said, because it's in that warm kind of like maroon, that deep red kind of place, I could see an absolutely beautiful tree in this like silver and moonstone and deep magentas. I think it would be stunning. So you've got me reconsidering what my Christmas tree is going to be this year. That's a big deal for me. Okay.
That's amazing.
Christmas revolution.
I love that so much. And now I can't wait to see what your Christmas tree. I thought you do multiple Christmas trees each year.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, I've had to scale down because my house is smaller now. So it's just the one tree. But yeah, I'm thinking I may have to move on from the gold and red into maybe some deep pinks and moonstones and silvers instead. I'm just saying.
Ooh. These are bold. These are bold ideas.
Thinking, okay.
But like, I also believe you. Like,
yeah, because it's pretty serious. These are colors and this whole palette I'm just really, really drawn to, and I can see this being Christmas appropriate in the most like classy, just beautiful kind of way. You know, because a lot of people don't think about pink when they think about Christmas. And here we are talking about it in July. So clearly I've been moved, you know, I'm feeling it. It's checking all the boxes for me. It's really just beautiful. I mean, there's no.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what else to say. It's just a gorgeous box. So.
Yay! Oh my gosh, we have to dive in. It's time.
Yes,
my
yes, yes.
goodness. You got me so excited.
Yes.
So as Sara turns around, we are taking a look at the Viva Magenta July Sam's Bead box. We actually have extra boxes. We intentionally made extras of this beautiful box, which you can get at samsbeadshop.com. I have a more direct link in the video description below. And then we also have individual extras, almost every bead that you'll see Sara filling Sara's bead table today. And that's also at that same link. And we would love to send you beautiful beads.
Just look at it. Oh my gosh, just look. It's so yeah.
All right, so Sara's got the garnets with some of the English cuts.
They're just beautiful.
Look sparkly.
Oh, that's the one I made a bracelet.
Yeah.
I think I broke my bracelet. Hopefully.
So
Shyra
this
and I were
was
doing some beading with this on Friday.
This was another one of my favorites.
Oh, absolutely.
I thought that one might. One might. It's a melon, and it's in the pink tone you've been wanting.
I know, it's so pretty. I love it so much. These are so pretty too.
So this is the glass we first picked out when designing this box. That was like, okay, this is our Viva Magenta color, which does not feel like pink. It is truly the closest we could get to that bold crimson red. We've got some mixed glass, which I'm obsessed with all things mixed glass. That's clear crystal blended with like beautiful pink glass. And by the way, they have to use gold to make pink glass, so it's kind of the fanciest of the glass types. Rich and I didn't know
I love that. No, I love that. That's awesome. That makes me love it more.
Rich and I weren't sure if we'd be able to pull off a pink box because we're like, oh, that pink glass can be like much more expensive.
Right, yeah. Which is probably why I was having such a hard time finding what I was really looking for when I was on the hunt for pink things. Because in my usual kind of places where I stopped to look for beads, like there were some things, but just not a lot and not what I was really, really looking for. So you kind of just made it much easier for me. You just put it all together for me.
All of it. Little fire polish rondelles mixed, bringing in some of that black tone again.
Which makes it kind of sassy. The addition of the black just makes it kind of, I don't know. It takes it from being like
from day to night.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh,
so beautiful. Those are gorgeous.
So we got some of our deco fans. And Shyra, you had found that those had something they went with nicely. What was it? Oh, was it this? Oh, it was the silver silk.
It was, yeah.
Oh, this is a custom strand we had made for the box. It is fuchsia tiger eye in a graduated strand.
It's one of my other favorites in the box. So pretty.
So like you could turn that into a necklace. You could try using graduated beads in a bracelet if you're feeling inspired. There's a lot of folks could do with that.
Oh yeah. Okay, so these were all the strands, right? I mean, look, we're not even close to being done with this box. There's still more amazing things here. So one of my other favorites.
You hear the train? That's our bead train.
I love it. This is one of my other favorites.
So far, you have said everything that I thought would be your favorite.
Yeah, those are gorgeous, and I want to make a necklace today, and I want to use one of these as my focal. They're so pretty.
Yay!
They're so beautiful. Yeah, love those. Love. Those are gorgeous. These have me so intrigued. I'm kind of in love with these.
Aren't they cool? Those are the new.
They're so different and fun.
Leaves.
There's a name for them. What do we call them? They're the Grape Leaf. They're the Grape Leaf.
Yeah, and they're white opal silver, which I think is what makes them so cool. I don't know. I'm just really, really intrigued by all of this. The color, the shape, and you know I love leaves of any variety. So this was exciting.
I do.
But this color combo, I'm feeling it. That's so pretty. And it works so well with everything else in the box. They're just beautiful.
The same white opal as those deco fans too, just with a different wash color on them.
Yeah. Love those. They're super, super pretty. All right. These are so fun. I love these too.
You got
these
some of our lamp work.
So royal. So I am currently obsessed with an anime that is all about pirates. And this screams pirate jewels to me. And like I want to make a whole like pirate princess piece. They're so pretty.
That needs to happen.
So pretty. All right. What else do we have going on here? So I also I love these. I could say that about every single thing in this box.
Oh, these are the rose rounds. So that's actually the same glass as those drooks we're talking about. And it's kind of cool to see because it's the same glass, but because it's so much bigger of a bead, it reads so much darker.
Oh yeah.
So those are, I would recommend folks use those like for earrings because that's when that light can really go through them.
Yeah. Those are so pretty. Okay. We've got some nuggets. I do love the nuggets as well. This burgundy color is gorgeous.
I thought you might. So we've got some, these are some pearlized check beads here.
That's the color I want my hair to be all the time.
That would be stunning.
I bet you could do it.
It's like red velvet cake. It's delicious. It's such a pretty color.
Wait, did you have any good cake for your birthday this year?
Oh, I always have good cake for my birthday. So yes, I did. And it's gone. I ate all of it. It is completely gone.
That's amazing. Ooh, we found our core color again. This time in our bouquet focal. One of my favorites from this box.
Yeah, I love those.
I'm gonna give you two of them so you don't have to be too scared about using one of them. Or you can make earrings.
This was another one of my favorites.
Ooh, a new shape. We did a bunch of new shapes. That's one of our feature new shapes as well.
So
it's
pretty.
Like a big old rose.
It is, and that finish is stunning.
So beautiful.
Yeah, really, really beautiful.
I feel like you're eyeing that one. What's starting to spin in your head from all this, Sarah?
Oh, this definitely is gonna make an amazing pendant, and I'm like, I almost want to take the tassel off of the Moonstone strand and hang it underneath.
Ooh. Back towards nighttime.
Yeah. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. And then, all right, we've got two things left here. So we have a mix. I am a huge fan of the mixes.
That's what I just grabbed. I just started working with my mix. I'm like, oh, I want to do something with this.
I love the mixes because they're like little treasure hunts. It's so fun.
So if you sort them, you'll find a lot of like beads. So you'll see like lots of leaves and English cuts, rondelles, drooks, fire polish. Like there's a lot of good stuff that we were able to put into this mix.
Yeah, I love the little rondelles. I think they're beautiful. So pretty. And then last but not least is the metal that is in here. So
ooh, yes, I almost forgot about our tier cast.
So pretty. Those are beautiful.
Chandeliers.
Oh, all right. So if y'all don't know these, the big components there are the chandeliers. These are from the line that Tiercast launched in Tucson earlier this year, and I didn't even know that I'd gotten into Kirsten's head. She designs all their new products. She's a metalsmith, and I guess I got in her ear about wanting more chandeliers from Tierra Cast.
Yes.
And then she's like, oh, so I made these. And in my head, I called them the Samdeliers. So now I only call them the Samdeliers.
I love that. Love that.
What's cool about those is I love them so much. Like they're truly so beautiful that I custom ordered custom ordered platings for them for the shop. So you can get black plate and antique pewter plate from us that they can't find elsewhere for those.
Oh, that's so awesome. I may have to grab some of the black from you because that makes me all types of happy.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So what are you eyeing there, Sarah?
All right. So I've got this wire doodad that I'm wanting to use. And
doodad.
Yeah, so I made a wire doodad. So I tried very hard, guys. I tried to stay out of my office during vacation. And for the most part, I was fairly successful. However, I did have moments where I kind of needed to come in here and like do something with my hands. So I made this wire doodad, and it's not anything out of the ordinary for me. It's just a wire doodad, but I was like, ooh, I want to make that and make it into the center of a necklace.
Okay, how do we make that? What?
Yeah, so I shall show you.
I want to see.
All right. So I'm using some 16 gauge wire, which I don't normally use. I use a lot of 18 gauge wire, but 16 gauge, I don't know. I just grabbed it. Though I do think 18 gauge will work just as well with this. So I'm going to cut about 9 inches. Hold on. Let's see here. I'm going to cut about 9 inches, though it probably won't take all 9 inches. I may trim some of this as I go.
So is that like the center of a necklace? Is that what you're seeing there?
Yeah. So let me show you what I was thinking. So I was thinking that I would take this and I'm going to hang one of these because it kind of has that same like shape, right? You know, it's got this kind of, I don't know, it all just kind of works really well. And then I was thinking about taking these and maybe wire wrapping those to
oh my gosh, Sarah.
This, right, on either side. And then maybe doing some sort of beaded little link here. I don't know, but I definitely want to do this part for sure. So that's where I'm headed. All right. Whoops. Okay. So basically, I'm going to take my 9-inch piece of wire here and I bring my ends together. And then I'm just going to crisscross and pull down to make my drop. And you can make that drop as big as you want it to be or as small as you want it to be. So there's my drop. Then I'm going to, and you don't have to do the twist. I just kind of liked the twist. So I'm going to hold on to the wire and then I'm going to twist it like a bread tie. Just put one little twist in it. All right, so now I have my 2 pieces of wire here, and I'm not entirely sure that I got my my little drop centered, so we're going to measure and trim if we need to. So I'm going to measure from the twist over. This one looks to be a little over 3.5 inches. So let's check this one. This one needs to be trimmed just a little bit, I think. Let's see.
How did this component come to you, Sarah?
I was actually looking on Pinterest at lamps.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Love
know.
That.
And I don't
do keep going.
I'm not entirely sure how how I ended up in jewelry making, but I did somehow. And I saw something very similar to this and I was like, oh, that's cute. I wonder what else you could do with it. But yeah, I started out looking at something completely different, which is usually the way it goes with Pinterest. I feel like, it's like you go down a whole rabbit hole that you didn't intend to go down. So, okay, so I'm going to use my stepped bell making pliers to do I'll show you these little guys up here at the top. I feel like these are a little on the big side, but I feel like once maybe there are beads wire wrapped to it, I don't know. So I'm going to try to make it a little bit smaller. Let's see. So I'm going to use not the smallest, but the next one up. And I'm going to do a loop on each end. I was looking at beaded lamps. That's the whole lamp thing on Pinterest. I was like, because I have like these check glass mixes from a million years ago, and my mom has a bunch of them too. And she was like, "What can we do with these?" And I was like, "Well, what if we did like a fringe around a lamp?" And then I was looking at beaded lamps, and it was a whole rabbit hole.
I love that though. Like there's so like I bet there's such like intricate lamps you could find on. Oh
my gosh, yeah, it's pretty amazing. If you're curious, definitely look on Pinterest. There, I think.
Do you have a lamp board now?
No, not yet, but I need one. But I found all kinds of really cool things like sun catchers and all kinds of beaded things that were not jewelry, which was very made me want to make things. But again, I tried to stay out of my office as much as I could.
So what did you get up to?
So we did go to Dollywood, but it was probably the worst trip to Dollywood we've ever had. And it was about 100 degrees and the humidity was at about 90%.
The bead train doesn't like that.
No. It was like 100 degrees, 96 humidity, like it was so crowded. We only rode like 3 things by the end of the day.
In the heat. Oh geez.
Yeah, I was over it. So we kind of left early and decided that July is not the time to go to Dollywood. That's probably the worst trip to Dollywood we've ever, and we had fun anyway. And I say worst, but like, I don't want anybody to think like it's a bad place to go, because it's totally not. It's amazing, but it was definitely not as fun as normal when it is so hot and so crowded. It makes it less fun, So
I'm glad I wasn't on that trip, because I think I would have melted and died.
Yeah, it was difficult, and I don't do well in the heat anyway, so it was not as fun as it could have been. But I did some relaxing in the pool. I did some sleeping late. I did some staying up late.
That sounds like a lovely little vacay.
It was nice. I ate a lot of really good food. I probably gained 15 pounds, and it's all good. It's all good.
What kind of cake did you go for this year?
So I get the same cake every single year because I don't like change. I am obsessed with store-bought sheet cake. So I get every single year, I ask for a vanilla sheet cake with buttercream icing with red and chocolate roses, because I love the bitterness of red icing, and I also love chocolate icing, but I don't want it to cover the entire cake. So I got the roses so I can like kind of nibble on the roses and don't have to overdo it with the icing. But it didn't stop me from eating the entire cake. I mean, I had help, but we did in fact eat the entire cake. So yeah.
There's nothing like a frosting rose.
Oh, I know. Yum.
I think I tried 3 different cakes on my birthday until I finally hit the one that I liked.
Yeah.
It took a sec. But the one that the clear winner was the end of the day. My friend wanted to go to this bar, and she's like, they have such good food and desserts we have to get the carrot cake. And I was like, did you say carrot cake?
Ooh, yeah.
It was a very light icing carrot cake. Like the ratio was like a little less icing than I'm used to, but every element was so perfect. And they clearly had like just made it that day. Oh my gosh. We were in heaven.
That sounds amazing.
I had my mezcal marg and my carrot cake and I was livid.
That's awesome.
Here, let me flip around our camera here. And we'll give you a little sneak peek on where we're up to over here. All right, I'm going to shower first.
So Shyra's just pulling out kind of a hot mess today, but I decided I wanted to use some of the Moonstone.
Oh, that's so cool.
And the little Shishi day to night rondelles. And so I'm just kind of stringing along over here.
I love the somehow everything's working perfectly.
That's beautiful.
The chunkiness of the Moonstones. Oh, that's perfect. That's gonna be a great bracelet.
Thank you. And what do you got?
I'm also working on a bracelet today. I kind of was doing some Danielle inspired color blocking here. Or I love when she does like sections of beads with little bead spacers. So I'm using some of the Delicas from our palette this month. Rachel picked out some really great bead palettes this month. So I'm using some of these lovely crystal-y ones. I also went right for the mix, and the first thing I pulled out were the English cuts, and now I want more English cuts. I was looking over to see if I could steal one from Shyra.
You can steal one of my English cuts. This was an exceptionally good mix, and of course mine's all sorted.
What? Did you take all the fire polish out of yours separately?
I separated every shape from the mix. That's what I always do.
Oh my goodness. Shyra Dawson. Who's a sorter here? Raise your hand in your comments if you're a sorter.
I'm a sorter.
I'm definitely a sorter.
The people who sort and then remix it at the end?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We have to mix it ourselves.
Like if I've already sorted it, those cannot go back together.
You're so funny. Why? They have to go back together. They live together. They're a family.
Can't separate the bead family. That's right.
Oh my god. All right, I've got about 6 inches of beads, so I can start crimping off. I could do a little mini crimp demo if I have my crimp beads nearby. We just had them. We just had that giant bag on Friday.
It's up below the flowers.
Oh, thank you. Below the flowers.
It should be.
It's only the lightest bag of crimps we've had ever.
Or it's in the drawer that says crimps.
I don't actually see that.
Here.
May I have one crimp bead? That's so weird. Oh, wow. We've got options here.
You have options.
Whoa. All right. I'll go for a nice number 2 crimp here. All right, y'all. Let's do some crimping. Have y'all started your... Is it a bead week if you haven't crimped yet?
Oh, I might have forgotten how.
Shall I stand?
All right, so here is your crimping 101. Right now I'm using some 49 strand, 0.24 inch, which is which size? Is that like the more medium? 0.24, that's like thicker, right? Use the 0.18 a lot, right? Tell me, Sarah.
I do. Yeah. I'm sorry. I was reading comments. 0.24 inch. Yeah, what is
like medium?
It's a little thicker.
Yeah, it's a little. It's a good kind of middle line for like a gemstone with like a larger hole. Like the tiger eye is probably going to fit perfectly on that.
You're right. Like this wouldn't work well if you're doing the rainbow moonstone. You're going to want something thinner.
Yeah.
And then if you look here, it tells you what crimps you can use. So number 2 or 3 round crimp or number 2 or 3 crimp tube. My go-to is always the number 2 crimp tube. I don't have my Zurons next to me right now. They're still MIA. but I've got some Euro crimpers nearby that I will use instead. All right, let's see. So the Euro crimper got a couple options on. Oh my gosh, Sarah, we're gonna have to flip to you in a second because holy moly. All right, as soon as crimping 101, we are getting Sara 301. All right, I gotta look at the different notches on this Euro one. All right, it looks like it works with a couple different sizes of seed beads. Not that it's labeled, but it looks like the middle one should work. So I'm gonna get that notch. Oh my gosh, crimping on camera. Oh, we've got 3.
Use the middle one. That's the
Yeah. The tooth on it is so small looking. There we go. Couldn't even see it. Come on. There we go. I'm getting a call. It's probably spam. All right, and then we're going to come to the top of the crimper where you see more of that ovally egg looking shape to bring our crimp back together. Wow, the trains are busy on a Monday morning. Tuesday. Oh, it's Tuesday. Is it your first day back, Sarah?
Yes, technically, yes.
I'm gonna feed a little bit of this through just to hide it. All right. That's the basic of crimping. Hopefully you can see that part of that. I'm gonna flip over to Sarah.
Oh my goodness, of course. So here's what I've been doing. Okay, so I took some 24 gauge wire, onto my little my wire doodad here that, if you missed it, this was made out of 16 gauge wire. It was 9 inches. I twisted in the center to get my little drop. And then I used my pliers, my step to bow making pliers, to make my little shepherd's hooks on the ends. But then to wire wrap through this, I started with a piece of 24 gauge wire, and I started in the smaller loop here with 3 wire wraps just to kind of anchor my wire. And then I did a bead, 2 wraps, and another bead. So that's kind of what I ended up with. I'm going to start over here on the other side. However, because I have been away for a week, I'm like, okay, it's going to take me a minute to get back in the groove. Like, how do I make these beads go the same direction on this side? And I'm like, do I need to turn this piece over? Like, that whole panic is kind of setting in a little bit here, trying to figure out how to make the beads go in the same direction. It's going to take me a minute, but I do want to start with the wire wrapping in the small loop, though.
I feel like my brain just does not click in for when I'm trying to think through the direction of where the wire's going.
Yeah.
You're always so consistent about that in your projects. And I think sometimes I feel like I'm on the fly. I'm just like, all right, we're rapid wire. Here we go.
But your results are always amazing when you do that. So I don't change what you're doing.
But if you were to look up real close, you probably will find some variance between, if I were to make the same piece, try to make the same piece twice. It's not going to happen, but that's okay. That's why it's one of a kind jewelry.
That's what makes it handmade.
Exactly.
I like the accent of using a nice neutral type bead on that wireframe.
Yeah.
They look like little crystals on there.
They do look like little crystals.
Oh, I've been meaning to tell you. Yesterday, I wore my Dolly shirt. I finally figured out an outfit that works with the Dolly shirt you gave me for my birthday last year.
Yeah.
And
I love it.
So Sarah gave me this oversized shirt that has a giant young Dolly printed on the front. And the outfit I figured out, because it's a black shirt with white print, is if I wore it with black jeans and tucked it in, and it totally worked. Like it had like its own vibe to it. So like it's not my typical. That was like, ooh, I like this.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Sarah, this is our first time, I think, streaming. Also, this is the new space now. So there's a little momentous moment here as well.
I know. So how is everything as you like it, or do you think you're gonna be changing things around?
I mean, like generally, like things are like really moving along, which has been lovely. So get this back over my bracelet here. So Shyra kind of started helping here during the move when we were moving from the other space, which is only like 10 minutes away. And then she never left.
He keeps me upstairs. I just sleep on the couch.
And it's been so wonderful because it had like just some extra support as we just like figure everything out. So Shyra's been like scouting big couches and fridges, calling the city of Berkeley to like, because we need like trash cans.
That's awesome.
So, and also we've gotten to bead together and like organize and paint walls. Oh, it's been lovely. So it's been moving stressful, but there's been got to be like a lot of fun in it as well, which I'm very thankful for. The whole team really pitched in, and we got lots of help from the Sam's Bead Shop community. Shyra and Lynn came out here to help us move all the inventory over. So it's been a, God, when did we move? It wasn't that long ago.
It
2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, yeah. It feels like a long time.
It does. But like this space is 2 floors, so there's just like a little bit more separation.
Yeah.
And we have like a real break room upstairs now. And now with like the fridge and the sink up, it's just like there's actually like there's places to be. It's so lovely.
I think the couch and the fridge arriving yesterday kind of like put the icing on the cake.
Yep. Because like the first thing we were like, we have to get all the inventory moved so we can just don't have to interrupt shipping. So like that was the big first push. And then getting all the desks set up. Luckily we were pretty on the internet, so we already had internet when we moved in. And so it's just like there was a lot of moving pieces, but like things worked out pretty well during the move. It all took longer than we thought it would. I gave us 3 days to move everything, and then end of day 3, I was like, I was talking to the movers. I was like, y'all did 1 load today? Really? And then I think that gave them some, they seemed to have got some motivation the next day. The next day they came back with more people and they're like, we're getting this done. And they did. It was awesome. And then we had everything here and it was beautiful. All right, I need a clasp. What clasp do I want to do? Am I going to make another clasp? Maybe I'll make a clasp. It's my theme lately. We have 18 gauge wire. Yeah. So did you figure out the wrapping, Sarah?
Yeah, I did. So I didn't turn the frame over. It just took me a minute to get my brain back in the groove of things. But what I wanted them to, to all be kind of coming down instead of working against each other. So it all worked out just like I wanted it.
That's gorgeous.
So it's 1 wrap between each bead. Oh my goodness. It's so nice.
It's really pretty. I'm really pleased with how it's coming out for sure. And
it looks like seed beading.
It does. And for those of you who are not seed beaters, listen, you can make your wire things look just the same as, well, not the same, but pretty close.
I don't know if y'all know, Sarah does know how to seed bead. She doesn't always show it, but she can seed bead.
Oh, I absolutely can. I just feel like there are much better teachers than I am at the seed beading. I do love to do it though. It's really relaxing for me. So I kind of keep that in my pocket as like my thing,
Yeah. And your nails match this box.
I know. It always seems to work out that way.
I know. For that Beauty of Time box, you had like that minty color on your nails.
Yep.
That is too funny. Are we getting a wire wrapped? Did I just miss a head pin? Oh, I missed it.
You did.
Wanda didn't miss it though.
She's on it.
Wanda sees all.
Ooh, I like. Oh, I haven't thought to use that as a focal. That's cool. And you could use it also like part of like a long focal too. Just like you could just keep it going.
Oh yeah.
Even connect them together. Oh, that's nice.
All right. So what's going on over there with y'all? I gotta see.
Okay. I think it's clasp time, and then we'll get a Shyra update. So I tried to demo this on my Friday class, but I didn't have enough wire. So I cut more wire this time. And we're going to make a beaded clasp, which is one I've shown a couple of times before, but it's so lovely in case you want your clasp to match your piece, because you can use one of the beads from your piece in the clasp. So I'm going to use maybe one of these little rondelles. I've got some 18 gauge wire. I don't measure, but this piece happens to be 7.5 inches. That's more than I cut on Friday, I think. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and fold some wire over. And this is forming the actual clasp portion. And then you just want to bring those ends together. This will give the sturdiness to the actual hook part of the clasp. So basically keep fighting it until you've got gently fighting it. By the way, this is 18 gauge German style wire from the shop. I super recommend getting it by the 1/4 pound roll. It's a lot easier to manage than the coils that we also sell from Beading. The coils are nice if you want to try out the German style wire, but then those 1/4 pound spools are wonderful. They do not get tangled up. All right, and then I'm going to make my actual clasp using my round nose pliers. You can pick how big you want your loop to be. But generally, I like a little bit of length for it. And then for a little detail, you can bend that up, or you can even use your round nose to add some flair. Just like that. Coming with your flush nose pliers. Flush nose pliers? Flush nose? I think I'm making up words.
Coming soon in a custom line of Sam's Tools. Flush nose.
And I didn't even use the flush side. Jeez. 0 for 2. And so you just want to leave a little extra length past the hook, because we're going to wrap onto there. Next up is your bead. You can basically use whatever bead as long as it fits on your wire. And I do recommend using the 18 gauge if possible, but you can probably make it work with the 20 gauge. All right, now we're going to do some wire wrap loops. Oh, see, there's more wire this time, Shyra.
That's a relief. You were playing wire chicken last time.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, we got a 1/4 inch left. Let's see what we could do. All right, make your loop. Probably coil it about 2 times. Oh, I gotta get on camera, y'all. Thank you. Shyra's like, good on camera. All right, we're gonna coil that. All right, and then basically you then come over the bead. Should I just hold my hands in place?
I'm just gonna move the camera.
All right, so just come over the bead, and we're gonna do wraps on this side to finish this out. This is where it's a little trickier to start, but then it's really hard. I don't know how Sara does it. I truly don't know. She comes back from vacation. She's still on camera. All right, at a certain point, you can start wrapping from this side, which is helpful to keep your wires parallel with each other. Do another flat nose over there. Let's see. Ooh, you got the big old flat nose. These are huge.
I love them. Those are my favorites.
They look like ducks. They look like a duck.
An alligator.
Yes. See a little more tension here. All right. And it's your choice how much you want to coil. Am I really getting off camera that easily? That is funny. Uh-oh. Change the setting. All right. And then, oh, come on, headphones. All right. And then you can go ahead and trim off your extra using your flush cutters. I want to go ahead and tuck in our end there. One trick is you can actually just like open up your hook to give yourself more room through any of this process. I'm sort of on camera. And then once you bring back your hook, you should be good to go with your clasp. And then you can put that either right onto like a large jump ring, or you can repeat the same thing, but instead of making a hook, you just make a loop.
I love
and what's
it.
nice about that is then your clasp matches your piece nice and seamlessly because the bead is part of it. It's like because the clasp is a bead. If Sarah can make a button a bead, I'll make the clasp a bead.
Love it.
Yeah, so like basically if I want, I can make a matching one to go with, which I probably will. But it's time for a Shyra update. She has a whole bracelet.
Shyra's silent.
Oh,
so on Friday, I chose all of the brights, including those gorgeous, gorgeous melons, which were my favorite from the box. So today I decided to go more subtle. And so I pulled up the Moonstone, those beautiful pink and black rondelles, the coin, because you can't go wrong with a coin. And then I also wanted to use one of the Reina links that were in the box because I thought it really worked really well with the coin. Just kind of string them all up together. And you have a piece that's, I think, is very classy and it's very subtle because you don't expect the pink. And then you have tiny little pops of pink.
Oh, I love it.
So pretty.
The focal itself is secretly pink.
Secretly pink.
Oh my gosh.
So I imagine it looks a little bit different in the sun.
Oh, and the rainbow flash. I'll see the rainbow. Oh my
Rainbows.
goodness.
Yes, Sue. Sometimes I'm subtle. Wow.
I generally did have to call, but the timing was perfect.
I see how it is.
Oh my goodness. All right, how's it going on for you, Sarah?
It is going. I'm adding some chain here to finish this off. I'll show you what I got. So just added some more pink up here to the top. So I've got my focal, I got two of the little melons on either side, and then I'm just adding some chain to it.
Oh my goodness. It has like this dripping feeling to it.
Right? I love that. Love that.
Like I totally see that like wintry Christmas vibe you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, I see like fantasy elf princess.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah, totally.
Oh, it's so, I can't believe, wow, that's so pretty.
Thank you. Vacation did me pretty good, I think.
Wow. Ooh, and then we got some dark chain.
Yeah, I thought the dark chain would be a nice little off, not expected kind of, unexpected kind of element to that. Oh no.
Nice.
Oh, isn't that pretty? I like it. I like it.
Oh, that's gorgeous. It's really giving Pink Elsa vibes for me.
Yes, totally. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
Frozen, but movie 3.
Frozen, but slightly defrosting.
Is that what the third one's called? Defrosted. Oh my goodness, that's great. Oh my goodness. Now I have to finish my bracelet. Oh my god, I'm working on the last flying wire. That wire went flying.
Yeah, it's stuck.
It went that way.
No, it came this way.
Oh no!
I'm fine. I'm
wait,
fine.
did it hit the screen and then come to you?
Probably.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
Y'all, this is why you're supposed to have proper technique and hold your wire while you run. Please don't do what I do, because you're gonna wire at your friends.
All right. Well, can we see what's happening?
Fine.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we have to show you. Look at the silver silk from this month.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That's
I think
so
we might need
pretty.
to start slipping in some of that silver silk into your monthly.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous.
I am in love with the flat mesh.
Yeah, me too. That's so pretty.
All right, let's finish up this bracelet. We're like basically on time today. What? No way.
I know. Crazy. And I actually have a finished piece, which is amazing.
Okay, so we have the hook. I was just working on, I'm gonna do a beaded loop following the same pattern as the rondelles. So dark rondelle there. So let's do a light rondelle for the loop. This one's even easier because you literally are just making a wire wrap loop with a big loop. So bend your wire over. This is the Sam Siegel wire wrap loop. So if you do it differently, close your eyes.
Look away, Wanda. Wanda, look
I'm
away.
mostly just talking to Wanda. So I'm gonna use my bail making pliers, but you can just use the end of your. Oh, thank you, Shyra. Just go a little higher here.
Yeah.
Increase the odds. So you can just use the end. Just if you want a jumbo loop, you can use your bail making pliers. I'm gonna try to keep that as round as possible. It's decently round right now. To finish off. If I want to match the detailing of their one, I can actually just bring the wire over as well. Come on, bracelet, out of my way. Shyra's like really trying here. I need that fancy Sarah cam that tracks her.
No, it's creepy.
Wanda says, feel free to do your wire wrap loops off camera.
I basically am.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
All right, and then so now I'm gonna do. I did this side attached to my loop, but then this side I was gonna do jump rings just to give myself some flexibility to adjust it. Let's see which. I'll go for some of the 3x4 jump rings from TierCast. Can I borrow your flat hose
Yeah,
again?
there you go.
Thank you. All right, y'all. Y'all, we now have 3 more inspiration pieces from the Viva Magenta box.
Yay.
So if you just close this a little bit more, I think we'll keep it even more secure. Just something like that. All right, there's my bracelet. Oh, yours, your tray is so much prettier, so we'll use yours. Here's 2 bracelet ideas for you. I love how different they are, but they also could easily stack
They could.
together because I love the contrast of that Moonstone. Oh, with the, oh my god. Okay, well, I'm obsessed with this.
Yeah.
And then I'm
So
go back to
pretty.
Sarah. Oh, we got a Sarah.
Da-da-da.
Oh my goodness.
It turned out really pretty. Really, really pretty. If I could have it on the bus, like, you know, instead of crooked, if I could have it straight, that would be probably helpful, but so
That's pretty.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's a cool component. I feel like there's a lot of that could be like an earring if it was smaller. Or not.
I mean, absolutely. So if you wanted to do it smaller, you absolutely could make like some chandelier earrings to match, just a smaller, just like imagine that much smaller.
Yes. There's no limit to earring size.
I have seen like multi-foot earrings.
Yeah.
Like you can anything is possible.
It's true. It's true.
Oh my gosh, this was so fun.
It was. Thank you, both of you, for like holding my hand, getting back in the water today. I loved it. It was so fun.
Oh, it's loud.
It's awesome, though. I love it.
Like when we first came to space, I like listened to make sure it would be too loud. Oh, the window's open. That's why. I was like, it's a little louder than it usually is. Oh, because we painted this wall last night.
Yeah.
I really like it.
I like it too.
You want to see a secret though? We only did.
Don't show them the secret.
You only painted part of the wall, didn't you?
Of course. We did this in 15 minutes last night. We were leaving. We were like, and I said to Shyra, "Do you want to paint a wall?"
Yes.
And so at first we were going to do this side and then keep going this way. And then we're like, okay, we'll leave it this like a line here, and that's like Jesse's side of the room, and like it'll look kind of cool. But then we didn't like want to get the step stool or anything.
We're like, how far up can they see on the street?
We didn't have a laser, so that line is just eyeballed with a tape. So
telling all of our secrets.
I love it.
It does go all the way down to the floor, though.
It does.
It did.
We didn't untape the floor yet, though.
Tape's still on the baseboard, but
that's awesome.
Now we wanted to paint it so we could start putting things up on this wall finally. Oh, the AirPod.
Yeah.
The AirPod is not like you. Sarah, this was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
guys. It was awesome. I'm glad to be back, and I'm feeling energized and ready to rock. So what do you got going on this week, Sam? Update us real quick before we
got a
head
full
out.
week. We got 2 live sales before we round out July. So keep joining us today and on Thursday. Got a live sale today at 5 p.m. Pacific. I would love for you to come and join us, folks. Hey, Jess, you want to grab those rubies? You got the rubies over there?
Oh. No, just hand me the rubies.
Look at the ruby cubes.
Goodness.
Sam, I have a handful of rubies.
That is beautiful.
Labs.
Shut up. Oh my.
They're calibrated lab brios.
And the blue flash is like so amazing.
So I'm very excited.
Pretty.
So if you want some of those lovely gems, you're going to have to come on over to the live sale because some of those will sell out during the live sale. I got lots of each of those, but you still are going to want to come live. That's our main thing. We got live sale today, live sale Thursday, and then class with Cynthia Thornton on Friday that Rachel's leading.
So fun.
So we got a great week at the shop. So you can join our text list and our email list. It's all linked below. What do you got going on, Sarah?
So I'm just getting back in the groove. I've got Hardwire is meeting today at 4 p.m. Eastern time for our class this week. And we're doing some wire combo things, which is really cool, which is a good way for me to get back into the groove, but to also kind of like, help. Because we do have some new people that are very, very beginner wire workers. Mm-hmm. So I do want to put that out there. Like we will be open for enrollment like right away, any day now. Yeah. And I do want to kind of like put that out there that it is intermediate kind of wire work and things that we do. However, I don't want people who are not, who are beginners to not join or be afraid to join, because I try to break things down, and I always try to like take a couple of steps back and then we step forward, and then I take a couple of steps back and then we go forward, so that we're always kind of learning and revisiting our basic skills as well. So that's really what today's class is all about. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And then, of course, I'll be meeting them again on Thursday because Hardwired meets twice. So we'll meet again on Thursday. And then I've got our Feel Good Friday show coming up at 1 p.m. on Friday with brand new kits and Master Maker at 4 p.m. And guys, Master Maker may be becoming 2 Master Makers. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. So I don't know. Some changes are coming. Not anything bad. Definitely just more content for everybody. So everybody stay tuned because it looks like my schedule is gonna fill up even more than it already is. So
wow.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like you got a full week ahead of you.
I do. I'm excited though. I'm refreshed and ready. Like I've missed everybody. It's very difficult, like I said, for me to stay out of this room. So to kind of be back here and be in my chair and like I made a pretty piece today and I'm like I'm ready to go. So I hope everybody else is ready too because I'm ready to rock and roll.
Yay! And it's still our birthday month, so we should still be celebrating.
You're so right, Shyra.
Yeah.
You're
exactly.
So right,
more cake.
More cake. I need more cake. Yeah.
Everyone, have a lovely rest of your day, and I hope I get to see some of you later today.
Yes, thank you guys. Have a great rest of your afternoon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.